Hello everyone, let's start the session. So last session we discussed about how to handle Ajax calls, JQuery with Ajax with end-to-end integration. I showed you with the database, server-side technology, and front-end UI. Everything we learned about that. Next important after understanding that, so the next part you need to understand one more thing is about so JQuery UI. We need to understand about JQuery UI. Actually, JQuery UI it provides a set of plugins that allows to make interactions more easy. That means without writing much code. Actually, it is similar to Bootstrap jQuery. It is your choice. Either you use Bootstrap or you can use jQuery UI. So jQuery UI have some more additional things which are little better than some Bootstrap. Sometimes Bootstrap is better than jQuery UI. So it is not any specific like you should use only UI. So it is same like Bootstrap. How you use it Bootstrap, jQuery UI also same. So jQuery UI it provides interactions. It provides interactions. It provides widgets, and it provides effects. So many things. It provides even utilities. So it has so many things which are built in, ready-made. Just like Bootstrap, everything is provided. What we have to do is just we need to implement and use it in our applications. We need to implement and use in applications, just like how you use it Bootstrap. This makes it performance more easy. For that, actually, we need to download. So we have to download jQuery UI for project. You have to download jQuery UI for project. So how do we download jQuery UI for project? We need to go to official website of jQuery. So jQuery UI official website UI. This is the jQuery UI official website. This is the jQuery UI official website. Right side, you can see this is having download. You have to download the stable version, jQuery UI stable version. So you click on stable. That means open this URL. This is the website address. So first you have to open the following URL, and you have to download stable version. You click on stable, it is downloaded. A zip file will come, and you need to open in a file explorer and extract this jQuery UI. Right click and extract jQuery UI. So and open this, and this is the jQuery UI related all library. You copy all the files here in jQuery UI, whatever the files are there, you copy all the files, and you go to your project location. In our project location, open the node modules folder. Okay, yeah, in the node modules folder, so this is node modules folder. You create a new folder by name jQuery UI. jQuery UI is the new folder, and paste all the files that you have downloaded. all the files that you have downloaded. jQuery files are added into node modules. So this is the process you need to follow. So what you have to do is, so downloads table, extract the zip file, the zip folder, and copy its files. Now go to your project node modules, and paste into folder. You have to paste into the folder. So paste all files into folder. So all files into folder. What is the important is, in node modules, important files. We have now this jQuery UI. So jQuery UI is there. So paste into node into folder by name jQuery UI. Right? You can create a folder and paste into it. So in jQuery UI, actually the files we are looking for, important files, we have jQuery same like Bootstrap. It is having same like Bootstrap. I will go to the node modules, okay, and jQuery UI, same like Bootstrap. It is having JS file and CSS file. So we have two important files. One is jQuery UI -UI.css. Another file important is jQuery UI -JS file. These two files are important, and these two files are needed for us. So you have to use these two files, jQuery UI JS and CSS. And remember, you have to note that jQuery UI requires jQuery core library. That means jQuery library is required, jQuery UI library is required. So both are required. jQuery UI will not work without jQuery core library, right? So if jQuery is installed, now you can simply handle several interactions. How we can handle several interactions here? Just I will show you how we can handle the interactions here. So there are so many interactions available here. What are the interactions? Like jQuery demos, jQuery UI demos. We will see how we can use some. So how we can use the jQuery UI demos, how we can work with them. So actually it has options like draggable. It has like resizable. It has like selectable. It has like sortable. All these are the basic things which you can apply, you can use. So let's see how we can use this. So jQuery UI interaction demos. We will see how we can implement them. Actually, now library is ready. What we have to do, we have to create one folder. Yeah, let's create one folder. Okay, and I will put as UI demos. Okay, in this UI demos, I will add here, so jQuery interactions.html. Okay, in this jQuery interactions, what are the files you need? So here I will design a simple head section. Here we need CSS, link relation is equal to style sheet, and href is equal to, I need in node modules jQuery UI. In that we have jQuery UI.css. This is like Bootstrap CSS, ready-made jQuery UI CSS is available. Okay. After that, I will link script. First, script source is node modules. In node modules, jQuery dist jQuery.js. Core file is required. It is mandatory that you have core file. After that, you need to link script source is equal to, so node modules in that jQuery UI, in that jQuery UI.js. You need this file. jQuery original core file and jQuery UI file, both are required, and order is also important. First, you have to import jQuery, then jQuery UI, then only it will work. jQuery will not work, UI will not work without jQuery. Okay. Now, observe in the body section here. In the body section, I am designing a simple image. So width is equal to some 200 and height also 200. And so image source is equal to images slash shirt.jpg. Okay. Now this image is having an ID as shirt. Okay. Now see, currently when I run this, you can see this is a simple image. So we have a simple image here. We have a simple image here. This is general images here. Now see what I am doing here. I have to write a script. I need to write a script. In the script, so invoke the jQuery function. Okay. Now what we need to do is dollar hash shirt dot draggable. You have to use draggable. That is the method. I'm just using the method draggable. I'm just using that method draggable. So that means I'm adding the ID and draggable. So now what happens when I keep this as draggable, and I will save this and I will refresh here and I move and drag here. You can see I can drag it anywhere and keep it. That's great. That is very great, right? That means you don't need to write any much logic. It is ready-made. That means it is ready-made available. Just you have to use the function draggable. That's it. Only this line. Earlier, if I have to design like this, a lot of work is there. I need to write a lot of logic for this. But here it is very simple. That means I can easily drag. I can make it draggable. So that is very simple. That looks great. So that means with a simple interaction, you can manage this. That means now I just give an image. You can put anything. You can put a div, a login screen, use advertisements. User can put anywhere they want. That means I given this ID shirt. Okay. I will remove that and I will keep a div. And for div ID, I am giving the shirt. And in that, the shirt is there. In that, the shirt is there. And in that, we have some paragraph, some shirt, some 3000, something like this. We are defining in this way. We are adding those options there and defining the options here, right? So, and here what we have to do is, so obviously, when I refresh, every time it will come there only. Refresh means you are reloading the page. In reloading page, it will have in that position only, na? So dynamically, you are dragging and keeping it any location you want. Obviously, if you refresh, it will be there. What do you think? You are permanently editing that website, huh? So that should never be a question at all, right? You cannot edit the website and delete their contents. They will just provide you the facilities to put wherever you want. Once you reload this, it will be everything normal, right? That means somebody designed a website and you will remove their menu from there and put it at the bottom. Huh? Can it happen like that? What do you say? Can it happen like that? Huh? Right? So it cannot happen. So that means obviously it is only for you, it is working. And for so others, it will be in their own position whenever they drag, whenever they refresh, it will be normal, right? That is. So this is a simple option. That means we are creating this as draggable. We are creating this as draggable. So this is one example. Similarly, you can handle, suppose the option is here. Instead of draggable, I'm giving as a resizable. Resizable. I'm giving resizable. Instead of draggable, I'm giving resizable. I'm giving resizable. So here image. So for the image, I'm adding that shirt. Yes, that shirt, and that is resizable. So that's what we are adding here. So that is resizable. So now when I say resizable, then obviously you can see that now I can drag and adjust it. You can see corner. So a resize option will come. You can drag and adjust this, right? You can resize it dynamically. This is what the advantage of jQuery UI. So it will provide you some plugins which allows you to handle various. So draggable, resizable. So we can use the options as selectable. You can use the options as selectable. This is just like Bootstrap. This is just like Bootstrap. It has ready-made options. Just you need to put what you are looking for. So just you need to configure what you are looking for, right? So usually you can add anything. So suppose this is resizable. Suppose I am adding an ordered list. So ID as categories, and here we have list item, and in the list item, so we are having electronics, so we are having a footwear, so we are having like fashion. I'm adding in this way. That means I have a list here, ordered list. I'm having ordered list. Now very important is jQuery also have jQuery also have some own classes. So we can apply those classes. Actually, jQuery classes, that means here you have, so we can put a class. We have the class like UI hyphen widget hyphen content. That is the class actually. These are all predefined classes of jQuery UI. You can see it will come in this way. So that is a widget class it is having. So you can use those classes. We can use those classes. So we can apply the classes and define the classes, right? So you have ready-made themes also. Themes related classes also you can apply. That means ready-made classes you can apply here. That means I am copying here, and these are the classes. These are the classes defined. Then it looks like a block style for them. You can put background color, foreground colors. It is just like Bootstrap. I will give you just only basic overview of what it is, so you can explore by yourself. I will give you the complete list of them, and you can try by yourself, right? That means no need to explain. So every point how to use, if I show you the link, and based on that you can try all other examples by yourself. That's what the point here is. That means now I want this as selectable. If I want that as selectable, that means here we are using option like so hash categories. I want that as selectable. I want that as selectable. That means these are to be defined as selectable. These are defined as selectable, and we can make them selectable. We can make them appear like different filtering, like sorting like options. We can make them sorting, filtering like options. We can use different font styles also for that. That means colors and all, for selecting what colors you want to apply, you can configure them. So I will show you in a separate example here. That means, for example, here it is selectable, and you can give as we can give as sortable. I can give as sortable. So if I give as sortable, that means these options are displayed in such a way so that I can sort them. You can see I am able to sort. So I take footwear, drag and drop below the fashion, the numbering will be updated. You can see I can sort them. I can drag and arrange them. So they can be sorted. You can drag and drop and keep it any location. That's good, that is easy. The numbering will be automatically updated for you. So these are all predefined, just one function you need to apply. You want sortable, you want selectable, you want resizable, you want draggable. So these functions allows us to handle this type of points. These are all general jQuery interactions. So that means what we have done, just simple. We taken a categories and made it as sortable. Even you don't give these, doesn't matter. These are not required. So these are all CSS. You can go to the jQuery CSS file and you can see what classes they have given and you can use them. Initially, that is also not required. I can simply drag and drop them and keep them in their position. So that is how we can manage the UI. So that is the basic jQuery UI, how we can handle the jQuery UI. So of course, if you want more better, then you include all the CSS files. We generally have CSS. You see here node modules. In the node modules of jQuery UI that you have downloaded. So you have so many CSS here. jQuery UI.css, jQuery theme.jss. You can include the jQuery theme.css, then you can get more better. I will give you, no need to give, I will give you the website, you will get everything there. Right? So here you see jQuery UI theme.css. That means what we have to do, we need to include the jQuery UI theme. So that will be enough, right? Yeah. So here you can see I'm adding one more. So link relation is equal to style sheet and href is equal to, so node modules in that jQuery UI. So jQuery UI. Yeah. In the jQuery UI, you have the options jQuery UI theme.css. This is the theme.css. And you apply the theme.css. So that theme will give you some more appearances. Now you can use those widgets. You can open this theme.css. You can observe that theme.css. You can see in this theme.css widgets header. So widgets for list items. You have link buttons. You have for content. So on over. All these are available. All these are available. So just like Bootstrap, you have to use them. You have to use them. That means now if I am applying some widgets here, that means those widgets can work more better. That means here I said I want to figure a widget, sortable, selectable, and all. What are the classes we use? So that means we have to use UI, and we have an option like state. You have an option like default. You can apply these classes. We can apply that class. That means it will get in this way. So that means you can easily apply those and you can get the appearances, right? So it's depending on our requirement, right? Just this example is enough. That means you have to just use that function. You have to use the function. Important, you need to include these files correctly. Then you can easily handle them. These are all general basics of jQuery interactions. Actually, jQuery have several widgets also. Widgets like already you learned. You remembered we learned accordion. So we have dialogue. We have menus. So we have sliders. We have spinner. We have spinners. We have tabs. So we even have date picker All these are jQuery widgets. Already we have them in our Bootstrap. Only one advantage is it looks more easier and more better than Bootstrap in some occasions, not every time. In some occasions, so not every time. So what is advantage of that is you can easily present and handle the interactions with jQuery. So but you have to use combination Bootstrap, jQuery and all. For example, see, suppose accordion, already we know how accordion works, we already learned about that. Then how do we design accordions? Generally, to design accordions, so we have to use a lot of CSS collapse. You remember now? We have to use collapse. We have to use toggle of data toggle, data attributes. So many attributes we have to use. jQuery ready-made uses them. That is the advantage. It is easy and fast here. For example, I will show here one simple example. So that means how that accordion works. First, I will copy these files because these are required every time. These files I will copy. Yeah. Okay. I will add one more example here. So jQuery accordion.html. Already we know accordion. We learned in Bootstrap how to design that accordion, right? Now here what is specialty is, here we have head section and keep all of them. So, and in the body section, so in the body section, here we are designing some content. Content is, I keep a div and I keep ID as some accordion, and here I am defining, so heading. And here I will just give a heading. And heading is just like, suppose JavaScript. Okay. Under this heading, I kept a div, and in the div, I have some paragraph. That means it is a scripting language. Yeah, it is a scripting language, something. So just one sentence or some paragraph you can keep under it, right? So some paragraph under it. So let's keep and paste some paragraph under it. Okay, some paragraph is under it. So we are adding some paragraph under it. Okay, that's the paragraph here. Okay, fine. Now similarly, I need to design my other contents here. Remember, how you design the structure is important. That means what we have to do, a heading. This is jQuery. So, and div, in that we have a paragraph, some paragraph about jQuery. Similarly, so we need another heading. We need another heading. So this is AngularJS. So, and here div, in that we have paragraph and some paragraph. Usually, so these all are present in a div called accordion. Now I will refresh here. So I will open that and see here. And you can see that it comes in this way. It will come in this way. Now I need to give an accordion appearance for this. Generally what we do, we have to write a lot of classes for accordion appearance. And this accordion is already having that. That means I will give ID as topics. Okay. I want to give an accordion appearance for these topics. Then what we do is simple. So we have to call the jQuery script here and dollar function. So what we need to do is dollar hash topics. Topics should have an accordion behavior. They should have an accordion behavior. So just we need to use the function accordion, and I use the function accordion. Then you can see that they will have an accordion behavior. Very simple. That means I don't need to apply much classes here. It is having an accordion behavior, only one ID. You need to keep your contents in a correct organized way. Remember, if you miss these divs or this level of headings, heading level you can give 3, 4, anything. But order should be in this way. Under a heading, a div. under the div a paragraph. If you miss them, it will not work properly. This structure is important. Now you can see here, I click, so jQuery will come, AngularJS will come, JavaScript will come. That's so easy and so fast also. So because this time we are not spending much time on this, just simple ready-made available, you can apply. So this makes the, it saves the time. And one more advantage is sometimes what happens when you are using Bootstrap accordions, collapse and all these options. Of course, Bootstrap is also using jQuery in the background. Sometimes what happens is some browsers cannot recognize the Bootstrap CSS. Then across every browser, this jQuery will work properly. But sometimes when jQuery is blocked, JavaScript is blocked, this will not work. Then you have to depend on Bootstrap and other options. So depending on situation we use. This is a simple one. We haven't applied much classes. Observe our accordion in CSS we done. I will show you our CSS examples. In our CSS example, if you remembered, we used accordion. So Bootstrap examples, huh? Yeah, you see we designed accordion. And when we designed accordion in the same style, in Bootstrap also we designed same style accordion we have designed. This is jQuery accordion. Colors, effects you can change later. But here, observe here, so Bootstrap accordion requires lot of classes. We have to use collapse, we have to use data toggle, am I right? We have to work with a lot of classes, collapse, show. So it should use collapse, and button have options like, so collapse, data target, data toggle. Here we don't need to do all of that. Just simple, you keep everything in general HTML in a proper way, and you apply this on it. It will automatically take care about everything. So you can design menus, you can design tabs, you can design date time pickers like controls, which are very frequently used in the UI. Suppose I want a calendar. If I want a calendar, that means a date time picker. One of the problem with the calendar is generally, if I put input type as date, suppose anywhere I'm defining here. So this is accordion. I will give an example here. So example accordion. Okay, suppose I want a date picker like example. So let's copy this heading section. Okay. And add one more file here. So jQuery date picker, which is very common in our web technologies. So here what we are doing in the head section, so we are adding it. And in the body section, we are configuring it in this way. So we said, so date of birth, something like this. And I created here input type is equal to date. What is problem in this? I already told you that in some browsers it will not work. Like Internet Explorer and other browsers, date picker will not come. So better don't use it now. So then how we can do that? So ID is txt.dob. That is date of birth. Okay. Now I want a date picker for it. That means when user clicks inside it, I want a date picker. Then it's very simple now. So how we can configure that? Just what you have to do is you have to call the script. So $function, and what we need to do. So here we need to call hash txt.dob date of birth dot. We have to use date picker. That's it. We need to use date picker and save this. And once refresh, now date picker is ready. Click inside it, a date picker will come. This is an ordinary text box with date picker. Now I can select any date and the date will be there. So I click here, I'm choosing any date here, I'm selecting the date and the date will come. But actually for real-time projects, even this is also not enough. They want more different type of date month pickers. Then they have to design, customize according to their requirements. But these type of options are very common, very simple. So you just used a simple date picker, that's it. So jQuery UI is no need to teach to anyone who knows jQuery, JavaScript and Bootstrap. Just we need to tell them from where they can get the information. You can get all that information and you can apply them and use them from jQuery official website. See, this is jQuery official website. You see here, left side, you can see interactions. So widgets, so effects, everything is there. Just what you need to do. So you want to know how this date picker works, then click and it will get you the help about the date picker and it will show you how it is going to work. You want to implement this and what the functions. Go to API documentation. When you go to API documentation, it will give you information about it. What properties it is having, what methods it is having, what events it is having, and it will give you the complete list how to handle them, how to write some options for the date picker, how do we write date formats, how do we display the formats, everything it will display. This is nothing or if you want examples, you can simply go to examples. And in the examples, you see this is one example. And you see the example is given here, how to implement it. How do we implement it? So this is nothing like nobody, it is nothing like nobody can teach you all this. Why? Because, so these are all ready-made. Nobody need to teach you. So if you are perfect in JavaScript, jQuery and Bootstrap, you can explore all this by yourself and do. Just we need to, because there are thousands here. There are thousands of options available. That means thousands of options, plugins, libraries, properties, so much is there. So developer don't need all of them every time. So you can go to the themes. So it will get you ready-made themes here. You can see ready-made themes here. So you can choose them. You can use them in your application. You can use them in your application, right? That means the point is important is, so you need to just have to have an awareness on JavaScript and jQuery and Bootstrap and CSS. Then you can achieve everything by your own. But everything is not required. Whatever present here is not required. Now, in real-time projects, only jQuery UI will not help. Why? Because it is also limited, restricted. Some real-time projects we want more advanced. Then generally people buy the UI. I told you already, if you remembered, we have Telerik, right? We have Telerik. This is Telerik. These are the people who sell UI for you. Means you can purchase CSS, jQuery from them. You see here, I go to demos of this Telerik. You can see that. So they have jQuery demos. I click on jQuery demos. You can see jQuery demos, they will give you a lot of widgets. You see so many are there. These are all available. That means PDF exporter, PDF viewer, so many cards, everything, autocomplete, color picker, date picker. And when you click the date picker here, you can see that this date picker looks little bit different from what you have seen. So majority of times we need date pickers in this way, but jQuery UI will not provide them. So then our developers have to design like this. But our companies will not show interest in designing all this, wasting time. They will buy you all these controls. You have to just implement them. You have to know the code, how to implement and how to use it, right? That means for that you need to be very strong in jQuery. Means you need to know how to write the functions, call the functions, use the functions. So that means what you saw in jQuery UI is also limited. is also limited. So, but it is good. You go through that website, you will get all the samples. You can practice every sample that is available there, because for that, whatever knowledge is required, we have learned everything here. So this makes the presentation more better. This is what actually we call as JQuery widgets. We call them as widgets. JQuery widgets, JQuery plugins, JQuery interactions, and JQuery effects. Several animation effects also provide. You can ready-made apply them, and you can ready-made use them. So this is all about your learning, how you want according to your requirement. You have to explore and you have to learn. So this is all the jQuery, Bootstrap, and UI, how it works. Now, latest version of Bootstrap is coming. It's not completely released. Bootstrap 5 is coming. In Bootstrap 5, because Bootstrap 4 we have learned, Bootstrap 5 is future. It is not yet there. Trial only is happening. So many changes will come. In Bootstrap 5, no jQuery anymore. That means everything is only CSS. That means majority of interactions also you can handle through CSS only. They are eliminating majority of jQuery file will not be there. Bootstrap jQuery JS file will not be there in future versions. Why? Because they are designing everything by using CSS. That is the future, but not yet completely ready, right? But you should know that now jQuery is also not enough every time, so you need to use combination of all of them. So this is how we can work with jQuery UI. So these are all the options you need to understand and you need to learn about jQuery. Yeah? jQuery HTML, jQuery AJAX. I showed you an end-to-end integration. End-to-end integration means MongoDB, server-side Node.js and all. Have you practiced that all? Everyone able to do it? Have you started practicing that? Everyone able to do that? Yeah, that's good, right? Yeah. So those functions are used when you want to handle interactions on AJAX call. That means AJAX request started, AJAX requested, completed, finished. That already I showed you done a success like methods in AJAX method. I think you saw that. Done means success, right? These all cycle related events. Yeah, right. So now these are all the important things you need to know about jQuery. So with this, we finish all the concept now. We finish all the concept. What we are doing is, so we are, you have alert box also. You have a dialog in jQuery. You can see that. I showed you on a list, right? You can go through that. With this, we complete all our UI concept. And what we are doing is, we are conducting a workshop on AngularJS, a workshop on AngularJS for you people and other people. So that will be from Monday onwards. So Monday to Wednesday. So we will have workshop on AngularJS where you will learn how to use AngularJS. AngularJS and its interactions, a small application you will able to design by using AngularJS. So a simple integration of AngularJS so that you will finish AngularJS also there, interacting and working with AngularJS, right? So that will be additional use because these days people are not much into AngularJS anymore. We are going to deal with Angular React like technologies. But AngularJS is being used in some companies. That's the reason we will conduct one workshop on AngularJS where you will learn how to use AngularJS and its integration. Right? For you people, you can attend that, and anyone others also can attend that with the knowledge of JavaScript and jQuery. So with that, your entire concept will finish. With this, we finish all your UI concepts. Angular JS related concepts, you attend the workshop. That workshop is enough to make you perfect in working with Angular JS also. Okay. So then if you have any doubts in the lab session, you can get clarified with the doubts. If you have any doubts, in the lab session, you can clarify the doubts. So in the lab session is going on, in the lab session, you can clarify doubts. I will give some more exercises in our classroom. In our classroom, I will post some exercises related to topics. Topic-wise exercises I will upload. You have to practice those exercises. And if you have any doubts, you can ping me in the classroom. I will get to you. Okay. So with this, we finish all our UI concept. So tomorrow, no more session. Again, we will meet on Monday with a workshop on AngularJS. With that, you will finish all your UI related concept also. Okay. Right. Yeah, ID for workshop, I will send you in our classroom. Okay. Same time, 11 o'clock. Same time, 11 o'clock. In the classroom, I will send you that ID, workshop related ID. Okay. So that you will get perfection on that Angular JS also. Anyone can attend, right? That is just like an open workshop. Along with you, anyone can attend. And I will send you that ID to you. Huh?